Alright, hello everybody and welcome to a one-off video that I am doing on my channel. So as you can see, this is not a normal world that I play in. This is an old world. I called this my main world, and this was one that I worked on for about 6 to 9 months through the 1.3 and 1.4 updates. But yeah, this was like the first real world that I worked on for quite a while. And as you can see, there's a lot in it. I will warn you now, even today I'm not the best builder, but back in these days I was terrible. So you'll probably see very few buildings that you'll actually like, but there you go. So let's just get on with this, shall we? So yeah, this is my house. It was back in the days when I built a house before the first night. Nowadays I don't do that. I just stand out in the open field fighting mobs with my chests and crafting table and that nearby. That's basically all I do. But back in the time I played this world, or started playing this world, I built a house. I built it in the style of the shops that you get in the NPC villages because I liked the style and thought it was epic. So, and also I couldn't think of anything good myself, so I just went for that. But hey, that's alright. I'll just show off things on the surface for the moment. This is a cocoa bean farm. It's a design I copied from Reddit, I think, or the wiki. It's decent, does the job, looks terrible. Let's be honest, doesn't look good. I've got some of these docks around, but as you can see, they're not that good. It's made out of wooden planks, which is really weird, but whatever. Got a cactus farm there. Oh, we can see in action maybe. I just saw one fall. I think it might have been destroyed on its own cactus thing. Yeah, I don't think we'll see it. But basically what happens is they break and they run down here and they like cross the path, which I think is really cool. Like they just, I don't know, for some reason that's cool to me. This is a flower farm over here. Basically bone meal the ground, pull the lever up there, piston retracts and drops water onto the ground, and that'll harvest the flowers and the seeds, and it falls into the water streams there, and then it takes it to this building here, which is, yeah, I guess we can go through there. But as you can see, we've got a farm here with sugarcane, melons and pumpkins, which is pretty cool. It's not that good. Oh, there is some cactus here, so the cactus produce and the flower produce comes here, which is it's a pretty cool idea, but I mean it's obviously, it doesn't look that great. Over here we've got a vine farm, very basic vine farm. I could do with something this big, to be honest, in James's Minecraft journal, because the one I made is tiny as. Anyway, so one thing I noticed was I spawned just over there, right next to a spawner. It's a zombie spawner, so I turned it into a grinder. So as you can see, the zombies will get pushed over here, assuming they don't get stuck like that guy. They'll swim up, along, and then just fall, and there'll be one hits with a stone sword. We should have stone swords in here. Yes, we do. So yeah, that is pretty good. Over here, we've got a chicken farm. Really old sort of chicken farm. It's not even a chicken farm, it's an egg farm, where the eggs will drop into the water, but the chickens will remain on the top, and the eggs will be transported down to my storage room, which is just down there. It's blocked off, I think, because there was too many eggs. Let's see, what's this? This is a tatty farm and carrot farm. So I built this just after 1.4 came out, and these food sources were added. I really like tatties, but for some reason no one else does. Or like, it's not the most popular source of food in Minecraft. This is just the 4 basic animal farms. Chickens over there with the water, because I thought it was necessary. Sheep, pigs and cows. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Over here, I need to remind myself of what this is. This is looks like a chicken farm of some sort. Yeah, it's a chicken farm. It's semi-automated. I think I designed it myself, as you can tell, because it's probably badly designed. I don't know what the purpose of it all was. That was a separator. A very bad separator at that. And then the chickens would like... Some would flow there. Oh wait, they can't get down because the... Oh, they can't get down because the trapdoor is not open. Or not the trapdoor, the hatch. Yeah, and then they would end up there. So it's a really weird chicken farm. And then there would still be some to breed, and then you would kill some. I don't know what went through my head these days. We've got a beacon, as you can see, haste 2. I don't know. Well, this was my first beacon I ever made, but I'm not entirely sure like why it's haste 2. Over there, just behind the melon and pumpkin farm, we have a massive tree farm. It contains only oak and birch, although at one time I don't think it ever contained jungle or spruce because the blocks are too low for spruce, and I didn't really use jungle wood all that often. And yeah, that is just right next to the pumpkin and melon farm. So just over here, next to the egg farm and the weird chicken farm, we have a wheat farm, I believe this is. If the other one was the carrot and tatty farm, we got the... Whoa! Almost fell in there. Wheat farm. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Now over here, you probably will have seen this. It looks like an NPC village. It's actually not. Well, it is, but it's a fake, in the sense that I built it myself. I didn't have one close by, so I decided to build one. And to be honest, I think it looks quite cool. There's a lot of villagers about. We've got iron golems. We've got one of these blacksmiths. What's in the chest? What's in the chest? Nothing. It's already been raided. Yeah, I just built this from scratch just because I thought it was cool, and I was rubbish at building, so I thought, hey, I'll just copy what's in the game. So I know that kind of sounds sad, but whatever. I enjoyed it. We've got a couple of libraries down here. This would be OP and ultra hardcore. And yeah, I think I've missed a few things out. As you can see, we've got the church here in the village, but then outside the village, I decided to build another church. As you can tell, it is amazing. Look at the roof. Isn't that a great roof? If we just hop in, and this interior, epic. Like, so good. And look, that cross is perfectly centered. Awesome. And then we've got a bridge here with a guard tower. For some reason I get the impression there was snow golems in the guard tower. Oh yeah, there was. I think this is my snow farm here. Like, I changed it from being a guard tower to a snow golem tower. But yeah, that's the bridge here. And as you can see, the bridge is a great design because I've used basically one colour on it. Throughout my world, I think I've built various fortresses like this. Now as you can see, it's completely made out of cobble. If you thought my castle on the server was bad, yeah, because it was mainly cobble, this is worse. I mean, it's not as big as the one on the server, but there's like no detail, flat walls. I know, it's like if I could do it up somehow, it would look even. It might look good just because of its like location against the hill on that. But here, it's not much to be said of this, and it actually provides a way through the mountain because it was a pain for me to have to cross the mountain to get to my sand farm, which was here. And there's a staircase in the back that goes down to bedrock where I fight the wither, or where I fought the wither. Not sure how many withers I fought in this world. 1 or 2, I think. But yeah, this is this weird place, weird castle right there. Now you'll notice that down here we've got a similar looking thing to what we had with the spawner, the zombie spawner near spawn, and you'd be right in thinking this was also a spawner, but this is a skeleton spawner, and it just again provides XP, provides mob drops and things like that. See, we've got some stuff here. There's a lot of controls. I designed this myself, although obviously the concept has always been there with people who've played Minecraft. That must be the lights. Oh yeah, this is the XP option. So this was like, if I wanted XP. Wait, what the heck? Where does it go? Oh, maybe the piston is glitched. Oh yeah, the piston was glitched. Okay, so if I have the piston down, then they'll just die straight away. If I have it up, there'll be a one hit and I can get XP. So it's nice and oh, two hit then, but whatever. Same kind of idea. But yeah, that's really useful. I think I used that a lot after it was built. You'll have seen that there's been these weird waterways that have been going around my world here, and this was basically a barrier. I was trying to mark out the extent of my territory against the mobs. So on that side of the fence, there's torches and things like that. On this side, there isn't. Oh, well, there's these torches, but generally there isn't. And yeah, I just decided to mark out. It's a complete square, and I decided to mark out with a canal kind of thing. And it actually works really well. I don't have a boat, but the change in altitude can be done here, or not altitude, but change in levels can be done using fence gates, and the boat simply flows through and floats up to the next level. And then for big changes in altitude, like over here, there is a water elevator which takes it all the way up to the top of the hill. Actually, we're at the top. I just decided to show this just for, I don't know, just for something to show. As you can see, the way the boats get down, that's obviously how the boats get up, and to get down, you just ride them off this part here, and they fall into the water. And I don't think the player took damage, but I would have to test it. But it was very hard to maneuver because it was only 3 wide. I mean, I think if I'd been smart, I would have made it 4 wide or something like that. I guess the mobs could sneak into my territory this way because there is a bridge, as you can see, and yeah, they could just walk under and get in. But thankfully, I was never under attack that much, so it was okay. So over here we've got the tree farm, as you can see, which I've already shown, and then we've got this typical JamestheDouglas 2012 staircase, or not staircase, ladder and water drop duel thing. This is actually one of the, I think, most decorative parts of the world. As you can see, I've made an effort with lighting, with decoration. I've used different blocks. Let me get out of that minecart. So here we've got several things. We're in a ravine here. This, oh, didn't mean to fall down there. This is a spider farm. So as you can see, once the lights are turned off, spiders will spawn and fall here. Sometimes they die because they cling to the walls and take multiple lots of fall damage. Sometimes they'll just fall here and survive, and one can come down and finish them off. Over here we've got the, I think this is where the mob system output comes. So I've got a mob system here. I've got 2 mob systems in this world, and this is one of them. It goes up in the sky, and the mobs will just fall here, and I can use them for XP, or I can use it for just standard mob drops, depending on where that piston is. But also over here we've got a disc farm, a record studio, as you will see by what's in the chests. Got all the records. So as you can see, the zombie is burning. Let's shut the gate. Zombies are burning, but the creepers are not, obviously. And this is just a way to separate the non-creepers from the creepers, so that we can use the creepers in our record farm. We have to switch this, I think. And no, oh wait, what's that for? Oh, so at some point we should see a creeper fall. Yep, there we go. And now this should be a one hit. There we go. And there we go. And as you can see, we've got 2 records. So that's how the farm works. Sorry for the terrible explanation, but I used this gate here, the water gate and the record gate, which I think brings the creepers here, or certainly brought the 2 creepers here. I should also mention that if you remember back in episode, I think it was 110, I was showing off, or I was attempting to make a record farm in James's Minecraft journal, and this is where I got the inspiration for the creeper trap kind of thing. Back in the day, I used to lead creepers over here and they would fall down, and that's how I would get my records. And that is what I'm intending to do in James's Minecraft journal. I probably won't be making a mob farm in that part. One of the things I forgot to mention was this building here. I built this in order to spawn villagers. So if we can just get through here, I guess, we can have a look. So as you can see, there's many doors stacked on top, and that just increases the amount of doors we have in the village. And usually I'll have 2 villagers here, although I have no idea why there's only 1. But usually I'll have 2 here, and they'll be breeding, and then I'll just let the baby loose into that village. And that's how the villager population increases. So it works pretty well. I got this off a YouTube video, but I can't remember which one, so don't think it's my idea. So this is where I first got the idea for a city, which is what I'm trying to build in James's Minecraft journal. As you can see, I got started here. The walls, in my opinion, are nowhere near as good as they are detail-wise or size-wise in James's Minecraft journal. These ones are not as good as the ones in James's Minecraft journal, I should say. The towers are just kind of chunky and weird, and I know it just doesn't look as good in my opinion. So I'm glad I've made changes. This is a very laggy part of the world, by the way. Let's see what the frame, or it was. Seems to be okay now. Maybe it's just because I was using my old laptop when I was working on this world. I did build one thing in the city. As you can see, it's not much has been done. So much for a city. I think I got a saloon or a bar or whatever this is, a hotel going. An inn. Yeah, that sounds about right. Look at this bedroom. Look at this. It's like a barracks. No space at all. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what barracks are like. I apologise to anyone who lives in a barracks, but I'm sure you're well kept. But yeah, this is the city. That never got finished, but that's okay, because we will hopefully finish the one that we started in my current single player world. Over there next to the city there's another castle. It's not too special. There's not really much to show of it, so you can just simply look over at it from here. It was actually based on Elandonnan Castle, which is in the north of Scotland, which is built out into the water, similar to that one. But yeah, got another castle right over there. I almost forgot, this is my sugarcane farm. Very simple, you just press the button and then pistons harvest the sugarcane for you. They should come in just a minute. Yep, here they come. It's not actually that good. You get very little sugarcane because a lot of it gets stuck on the ledge that the sugarcane is grown on, but whatever. Now we're going underground. So let's head down here. So I made a tour of this world like about, I don't know, a couple of years ago on my channel, and it was obviously very laggy. But when I was showing off this, I entitled it "The Worst Storage Room Ever," because it quite literally is the worst storage room ever. And let me show you why. Now, basically, if you're going to build a storage room, you want it to be compact, you want everything to be easily accessible, and you want to get items as quickly and efficiently as possible, and you don't want to have to walk long ways to get it. Well, my point is, I've got all these rooms with chests in them titled things like redstone. So redstone items is kept in there. Transport items is kept in there. Food is kept in there. Stone items is kept in there, and so forth. Basically, my point is, for one thing, I've got a chest for almost every item that was in the game back then. For example, redstone lamps. I'm trying to think of look for a better example. Pretty sure there was like pressure plates where I had, yeah, here, look at that, look how many pressure plates I have. I was like just making pressure plates. I'm never going to use that many pressure plates. That's insane. So that was one problem. I was like trying to fill up chests of useless items. Another problem is, imagine I was down here in stone items and I needed wool for some reason. I would have to walk all the way up here to get wool, which is here. That is just terrible. This is a cobblestone generator, if you want to know. I can't demonstrate it because I don't have a pick. But yeah, point is, it's really inefficient. A really inefficient way of storing things. I don't know how many diamonds I had, but I know. And obviously, as you can see, it's not like the best built thing ever, but whatever. I do have quite a few diamonds here. It was the I used it well back in the day, but yeah, I would not recommend building a storage room like this ever again. It was a big mistake, one I will not make again. So down here in the bottom floor, we have got Nether portal room, which we'll go in a minute. We've got an enchanting room, which again, it would have been better if the enchanting room was up there, but for whatever reason, I put it down here. By the noise of mobs, you can understand that this is where the mob system is, the main one. It's just like every mob system I've ever built. Yeah, it works pretty well, in my opinion. So let's just shut that off there for now. We got a zoo here of snow golems. Don't ask me why I did that. It's kind of weird. Furnace room, again, it would have been better if there was more furnaces up at the storage room, but for whatever reason, I put them down here. I think we can see the mobs dying if we go this way. Yep. Oh look, there's a witch. Burn the witch. I absolutely loved it when hoppers came in. I guess I was playing this in 1.5 as well then if I put a hopper here. But I absolutely loved it when hoppers came in, because for the longest time I had to keep coming down and collecting items, which was kind of weird. Well, kind of annoying, I should say. This is a mushroom farm. Now this, I was inspired by Etho back in when he was doing his first world in his Let's Play. He made a suicide booth, which was this one, where if a player stood in the pressure plate, they would get crushed. That's it's weird how. Yeah, okay, there we go. So as you can see, this block stops the player from escaping, and this one crushes the player. It won't actually stop because that item will obviously have to despawn. But the point is, it would stop when the player was dead. And then so I decided to make that, but then I also made 3 others. One by lava, one by fall damage, which is obviously the quickest. And this one, I was quite pleased with this one because I'm not sure if it still works, but basically the player would drown, but there's a pressure plate there, and if the player stood in that pressure plate, then a block would come over the top to stop the player from escaping. And the thing is, I think even if the player swims up in water, they're not technically touching the pressure plate, but for some reason the piston still remained over the top. So I was really pleased with that I figured that out, like without having to look at someone else's video. But yeah, these are just some tables and chairs that I thought I'd put here for whatever reason. Potion room up here. I don't think I used this that much. I don't know why I've got cauldrons here either. I mean, they don't even add to the build that much, which is really weird. Here we've got a fake nether. Again, I was inspired by Etho to do this. It's really weird. It's just like a lot of netherrack and fire and things like that. I know I could obviously do a better job with it, but it'll be fine. As you can see here, we've got the slime farm, or a slime farm, which basically what happens is this big slimes will get taken out by that lava blade. The medium-sized slimes will take damage, or get taken out by that lava blade there, and then the small ones will drown in the water. And I believe we can go and see the slime farm if we go this way. Yeah, so it's just basically that platform there. The slimes will hop off and head on up to the killing chamber. Forgot to say, got an infinite water source there. As you can see, lovely lighting in a lovely place. Stone bricks everywhere and jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. Pretty cool, huh? We'll go down there in a minute. An overload of storage here. This is a kind of place where I chucked out items, kind of like an incinerator. I don't actually make these now. I know people on the server do, on the RHD server. They make incinerators to get rid of items, but I just build up items. I don't throw any away simply because, I mean, obviously I don't have anything against people who throw stuff away. That's fair enough. It's up to them. But for me, keeping extra items would allows me to use them for things such as hoppers. Because, for example, with hoppers, sometimes you need spare items, and that's why I keep extra zombie flesh. I just want to point out, this was before coal blocks came out, so as you can see, got a lot of coal. Dispensers, what's this for? Oh yeah, quick kits, again, inspired by Etho. the idea was if one died, then you could simply come back and get your items, and then go and get your items quickly. What's this? Oh yeah, this was for the quick kit. This was items that didn't stack in ones and couldn't come out of the dispenser. There's pots and that in there, which is pretty cool. This is a rail track over here that takes you up to the top again. Again, I'm pretty sure I copied Etho off of that, but hey, Etho's there for inspiration, so. Now, this is something I didn't copy off Etho. Why? Because I'm sure Etho would come up with a far better idea than me of doing this. So basically, this was a branch mine, and I then turned it into a railway for long distance travel. So I'm going to show off each location. So this is the island of the setting sun. This was a mythical island that I regularly refer to in stories I wrote at school, when I was at school, all those years ago. But yeah, I just basically found an island and was like, yeah, I'll build a house here and call it the island of the setting sun. It's kind of weird, I know. It is, I guess, not much. Again, just a house. Although, having said that, I do try to put a bit of effort in the design. There is different materials, spruce in the floor, got a window up top, which is quite unique for one of my builds. I did do a test where way out over there somewhere I had put... I was trying to build a record farm way over there, but instead of using a skeleton spawner to spawn the skeletons, I was just using a mob farm, and I was trying to separate skeletons and creepers and get the skeletons to shoot the creepers, and it was good, but it wasn't good enough, so that's why I settled on the design that I used back at my home base, I guess. And as you can see, we've got another one of these ports. I believe I made the journey from here to base by boat just once. Also would like to point out we're 1,000 blocks away. So here we are along the second track that I went along. As you can see, it is night time and we're under attack. But that's okay. Over there we've got a tree farm of spruce trees. I think the reason I might have put the spruce tree farm here is because I was under the impression they could only grow in snowy biomes. Obviously that is not the case. But yeah, this was back when snowy biomes were less rare. In this room here we have got snow golems, got a bit of a snow farm here. And then over here we've got an ice farm, I believe. Let's just hop up real quick and see if we can see. Yep. So there's the ice farm. And yeah, there's not much else here. Again, I think this bridge is much better than the bridge that I built back at base. This house isn't that great, but I mean it's it's better than just a box. So yeah, it's a nice area. I mean, I could have built a lot more here, I think, but I never did. Oh yeah, the zombies knocked the door down. That is terrible. Okay, so my frames just had a massive drop there, and I think the reason for that could be because there's so much entities in the area. As you can see, there are 700, and that's because this is a sheep farm, or many sheep farms, one of every colour. So yeah, this is kind of why I built this far away, was because I didn't want it to lag at my base. But on second thoughts, I kind of like the sheep farm I've got now in James' Minecraft journal. It's just one simple pen with sheep that you can make any colour. But yeah, the point is, this is the third location at the end of a railway, or the third railway, I guess. Built a wee bit of a... This is called a crannog, by the way. For those that don't know, a crannog is a home that was built... Well, it was built in Scotland. I'm not sure if it was built anywhere else. But basically, it's built out in the water, as you can see, on stilts. The building itself is not very nice. I could have probably done a better job, but... whatever. It's funny when I F5 and frames drop and then all of a sudden they're good again. This was a jungle temple that I found. As you can see, we are in a jungle, but I took it upon myself to destroy all the trees and contribute to the destruction of the rainforests in Minecraft. Yes, I'm a bad person, but whatever. I'm pretty sure I knew jungle trees could grow in any biome. I think I just put the jungle tree here, farm here, because I wanted to. I wanted something to put here, but I don't think I was dumb enough to think jungle trees couldn't grow anywhere. But yeah, this is the jungle area. I got a lot of logs here, which was really useful. Oh, that actually goes somewhere. Where does it go? Looks probably just a cave. I really want to make my home in one of these. As you can see, I've done I think I was going to build something in here, but as you can see, I never got round to it. I took out all the redstone and the mossy and everything. I just don't know why I took the mossy. The mossy was nice. But yeah, I never got round to actually doing anything with it. If we have a look in here, we can probably get an idea of how much logs that. Yeah, so many logs out of it. It's pretty good. But yeah, sheep farm, some food farms here, and a cranog with a tree farm is what is found here. Let's move on again. Now we've arrived at a place where I did some strange stuff. Basically, this is a space center. As with most builds in this world, it doesn't look amazing. In fact, it looks absolutely terrible. But the best part of it is the rockets that actually do work. So I guess we'll look at the first rocket first. I called these dryads for some reason, but as you can see up there, there is the rocket. And I guess we'll just head up and launch it from the control room. I like this part, there's a window and you can look over the space center there. It's pretty cool. So wheat farm in the back there, that's a tree farm, if you didn't know, and there's bedding, and it's just like a wee mini base out in the middle of the water somewhere. It's pretty nice. Alright, let's load the rockets. I should actually turn fog on, because you can't see anything. You didn't see anything, right? Oops. Don't want to put that there, otherwise things could go bad. So basically how you launch this is you just need someone to stand in the middle. Let's turn this to peaceful, because if it's on hard I could die. Doors are closed. Doors are open. What the heck is that? Oh, that's just fake levers. Oh yeah, there's an escape route as well, which is pretty cool. You just jump out there. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is we're going to be doing this. How do you launch it again though? Is it that? Oh, here we go. And then we arrive here. This is the landing place. We have landed. Where have we landed? We have landed on the moon. Ta-da! So yeah, as you can see, we're on the moon. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sure you saw. I'm sure you saw the moon before I turned the fog on, but for some reason I thought it'd be cool to actually just build the moon, and as you can see, that's what I've done. Basically just using gravel, which I saw in Moon Mod, and I've used stone bricks for some. I thought I used stone. Why didn't I use stone? That would have made more sense. But no, we've got some moon mountains here in the back, which is pretty nice. This is our wee moon base. Pretty sure there's a diary in here. Ah, yeah, here's the diary. Let's see, Minecraft mission log. All preparations are so far okay. See you around. Mission log. Living quarters are decent, but there's no lavatory. Never mind. Yes, I had a vivid imagination as a kid. Well, hang on, this was just 2 years ago, so I guess I wasn't really a kid, but whatever. Let's launch the rockets and go back to Earth, shall we? Basically the same rocket setup. I don't think this rocket would work in, because as you can see, we're at what, Y186. We're not quite as high as we can go, but rockets have been nerfed in 1.8, so I'm not convinced this would work. I'm not sure how you do it. Doors? Yeah, the doors are open. I just wanted to try it. Yeah, doors are closed, doors are open. Okay, let's get into position. Oh, we need to move. We need to move. We need to like move out into the water and hope we don't die. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. We're good, we're good, we're good. Alright. And just like the real astronauts, we end up back in the sea when we're back on Earth. So yeah, that's the first rocket. It's pretty cool. Obviously it's a tall rocket because I thought that I would have to have the launching system high up to make up the distance that it would, because if the launcher was down here, it would not be able to reach that high with all the boosters it has, so I had to kind of bump it up a bit. But we can do other things. This actually seems faster with the fog, I'm not going to lie. And yet the Optifine thing says it's faster without the fog. Slower looks better. Fastest off. I don't know. We'll have a look at the other rockets first though, and then we'll have a look at the big one, or not the big one, the best one. This is one for training. You can only use this rocket if you're a novice. You can't use any of the good ones. This is basically a prototype of the moon one. So as you can see, the boosters just launch the player up, and you have to hold spacebar when you hit the water, and that way it stops you from falling back down. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a fake moon. That one's the real moon up there. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. And this is like a way of getting back down. Hopefully we don't die. There you go. Pretty cool. Alright, so here we've got the massive rocket. I'm going to turn fog off for this. There's something higher up which we're aiming at with this rocket. It's got 2 rings of boosters. Let's see how this works. I don't expect it to work that well. Yeah, oh, it actually did work. Ha, nice. As you can see, we are up at the world height. This the height of the world, which is, or we're almost at there. But that's pretty cool. Did not expect to get all the way up here. But we've come to Mars. As you can see, this is Mars. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not, because it is. And yeah, again, this was just a silly idea that I had. I like how I built the rocket out of brick. Imagine a rocket built out of brick, like IRL. That'd just be weird. Now we need to use the lander to get back to Earth. I'm going to check the altitude that we reach with this rocket, because we're like 238. We're just 20 or so off the world's height limit. Let's see where we get to. 300. Ooh, almost 350. That's pretty cool. No. Move. Need to land in the water. Otherwise things could go bad. Yes. Alright. So I've got a few last things to show off. I've also got to go to the Nether. But for those that don't know, this is what mountain biomes looked like back in the day, with no stone and lots of grass. I'm not sure which I prefer. I like the stone part of the new mountain biomes, but I wish there was more grass on it, but I really like this grass. I don't know which one I prefer though. This is a crafting place I built, like kind of a small farm with a single house. I should say I use grass for the roof because I thought that'd be cool. As you can see, or here, we've got a roaring fire. Got tatties cooking, which is good. We've got a sheep pen. I was going to get, I can't remember, I think cows. I was going to get cows, but in the end I didn't get round to that. I think it's really cool over here because there's like a wee bridge. Well, we've got the well, I should say. We've got a well in there, and then the water flows out of that into a river, and then over here we've got another little waterfall, which is pretty cool. Let's see if we can ride it down. Whee! Anyway, oh, it broke. Are you serious? I needed that. Oh, that's so annoying. The croft is over there. We have a man-made loch, as you can see. I don't really like it because, as you can see, it's just one layer of dirt with a wee bit of stone, I think, over there. I made an island in the middle, which the grass hasn't fully spread over yet after all these years. But yeah, this is an unusual kind of pool. It's above the 63 zone. It's at 69. So it's above sea level by quite a bit. You don't usually get pools of water this big. I really want to do again. I really want to do something like this in James's Minecraft journal. Part of my reason for taking this tour is so I can look back at the world and get inspiration for ideas on what to do in my current single player, and making a lake or a loch high up in the mountains would be really cool. Over here we've got this is the island of the rising sun, I believe. We've got an island of the setting sun, so we had to have an island of the rising sun. Again, the traditional badly built port. We've got a nice house here. I don't actually mind this house that much. It's got a nice window there. What's the roof like? It's alright. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's better than some of the stuff I've built. And yeah, just got... Oh, chest has got nothing in it. I always like going back in worlds and seeing what's in the chests and that. And over here we have got a cactus farm. I think there was another purpose to the stuff here. But I don't remember what that purpose was. Oh yeah, so there was a reed farm over here. I had trees growing here for some reason, but I don't think it was a tree farm. I honestly don't know what my intentions were with this area. Reeds. Not as big as the one in James's Minecraft journal though. Yeah, I honestly don't know what my plan was. Is there anything down here? Oh, this is the stronghold. Oh, here's the okay, yeah. So here's where the cactus falls down, and we might as well go to the end because since we're here, we've got a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, let's go to the end. Right, so here we're in the end. As you can see, got traditional pumpkin lighting because pumpkins are awesome apparently. To get out the end, you just go that way. So here we are at the end base. As you can see, we've got a house similar to the one I've got at my main base in the overworld. I believe it was a theme for me to build the same house in every dimension, so I believe I've got one in the nether. We've just got several things here, some cool enchanted books. And then if you go over here, we've got the Ender. This was the original one that Etho built. I didn't know about the better one, so this was all I had. But I mean, it works very well. It gives XP. We're now going to make a trip into the Nether because we've not done that yet, and I want to see what it's like because I have completely forgotten. Oh, now I remember. Spartans, tonight we dine in heck. Alright. So there's an exit door that you can go through. It's designed in a way so that if imagine the door was here and there's a button here and there's a gas shooting at me, then it's going to be difficult for me to concentrate on pressing the button and getting in with it and then concentrating on avoiding gas balls. But what I've done here is I've just got a wee tunnel so I can escape from the ghasts and then just press the button and get through the door without having to worry about them too much. This does go up to another level. It does have a rail track. Oh yeah, I remember this now. So if we take this rail track, let's see where it goes. Here we've got Blaze Farm. This is a typical Blaze Farm, just one of them. Gives XP. It's pretty good. I used this actually a lot. I think I use this more than the Ender, which is pretty cool. I've used this in other worlds as well. And yeah, that's where this rail track goes. It also goes to this place. I was trying to make like an overworld area in the Nether. As you can see, you got the traditional house that I had in the end as well. I don't think there's too much here. I also had a nether wart farm here. For some reason, maybe I thought you could only put nether wart farms here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And the thing is, you couldn't get back that way. You had to go this way. So yeah. Tree farm in the back and a chicken farm with only 2 chickens left, which is a shame. I think they kept dying for some reason, possibly through the heat of the Nether. Oh yeah, I should point this out. I completely forgot this was here as well. I was trying to make a zombie pigman farm, and my idea was that I would hit the zombie pigmen, they would all follow me, and then I would run in here, and they would all fall down there, and that just basically drops down to it drops down to a killing chamber beside the Blaze Farm. This was good except for one thing. The AI for the zombie pigmen hadn't been updated when I built that, so they just kept like running into the wall and they wouldn't come up. So for example, they would just be like running like that, whereas today they would run round and try and get me. But yeah, it wasn't. It required updates before it was perfected. It would probably work nowadays, but I mean, zombie pigman farms, again, there's better designs out there. So I just want to end the episode off here. We are at 0-0, believe it or not. This is quite far away from base actually, but I decided to build this wee torch here just to signify 0-0. As you can tell in James's Minecraft journal, I did a far better thing by building a creeper at 0-0, a mega creeper, but whatever. Torches are cool also. I just want to say thank you for watching. I will hopefully have made this one episode, although I will have to do a lot of editing for it. The last time I did this, I made it a few episodes long. Hey, so yeah. Oh look, you can see the base from here. So we are a fair ways away, but not too far. But anyway, thank you for watching. This was my main world. It wasn't the first world I ever generated, but it was the first one that I put a lot of effort into. And although some of the builds are bad, it has given me a bit of inspiration for James's Minecraft Journal. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.